The Green River Drift is really a seasonal movement of cattle from kind of the winter grounds to the summer grounds and then back down to the winter grounds. And it's been going on for over 100 years. And its importance is just that, the summer grazing. There's very limited summer grazing in this valley. And we use BLM in the spring, Bureau of Land Management, federal land in the spring, and then we go to federal forest land. And we were in this valley and grazing this land before the federal government had provided any grazing regulations. It really started in 1993, but they found an injured calf and they dropped it and left it, and we did our move and came back. And the calf had died during that period of time. And the oldest rancher in the bunch, he looked at it and it was bit right over the wethers, right over the shoulders. And he said, "That's a bear kill." And none of us younger people had ever seen anything like that. Well, by 1997, we had a serious problem. In 2015 and 16, I think it topped out at around 14%. Substantial losses, incredible losses.
This isn't just some romantic Western story. This is something that every single American should care about. And why is that? Well, because the issues in this case speak directly to the words of the original Declaration of Independence: life, liberty, and property. Those concepts have been the guiding principles for our nation for centuries.
They're not going to go away. You know, we understand that. Bears and wolves are here to stay, but they just need to be managed, just like other wildlife species are managed.
Do you think enough Americans really understand what this is all about or what you do out here?
I don't, sadly. I wish they did.
America's had the blessing, the distinguished honor of providing food for not just Americans, but for the whole world. We've been a net exporter country for foodstuffs for generations, and that couldn't happen without the American West. We're simply protecting the right of the ranchers to use the land that they've paid a lease for to graze up their cows on the Upper Green River. It's a lease, but it is a property right nonetheless.
Nowadays, we're seeing our monuments being torn down and desecrated and trying to be erased from public memory in the name of advancing some sort of progressive ideology that thinks America's founding principles are a mistake. Well, quite literally, the Green River Drift is a monument in its own right. It's listed on the National Register of Historic Places as America's oldest cattle drive, and it is the only ranching-related traditional cultural property in our nation's history. While obviously it isn't a statue made out of stone, it is a living monument. It's comprised of the West's first families, their animals and their livestock, and the landscape itself. So, really, this lawsuit is no different than an angry mob trying to tear down a statue. It is an attempt to do in the courtroom what's already being done in the streets. And that is why we are in this fight.
But what difference does it make if all of us ranchers go away out here, right? I mean, why not just have the bear and none of us? You know, it'll be okay. Ranches are worth a lot of money, and they're worth a lot of money because people want to live here. And some of that's going to be developed. You think that's going to be good on wildlife? Ranches hold the West together. I hope the people of America think about that.